Imagine watching a film scene illuminated only by sunlight coming through a window or by the fading light of a sunset. There are no dramatic spotlights, no elaborate studio setups, and yet the image feels authentic and emotionally powerful. Why does natural light create such a strong sense of realism on screen? In cinematography, lighting is more than a technical necessity. It is a storytelling tool that shapes how audiences perceive a film's world. This video essay explores how cinematographers use natural light to create realism, emotional authenticity, and a deeper connection between viewers and the stories they watch. Natural light and realism: how cinematographers use available light to create authentic cinema. When we think about cinematography, we often imagine large film sets filled with lighting equipment. However, many filmmakers choose a different approach. Instead of creating light, they work with the light that already exists in the environment. This approach is known as natural lighting or available light cinematography. Natural light refers to light sources that naturally exist within a location, such as sunlight, window light, overcast skies, or practical light sources already present in a scene. While cinematographers may still shape or enhance this light, the goal is often to preserve a sense of realism rather than create a highly stylized image. Natural lighting has become an important technique in contemporary cinema because it helps audiences feel that they are observing real life rather than watching a carefully constructed spectacle. Through this technique, cinematographers can create authenticity, emotional intimacy, and a stronger connection between viewers and the world on screen. One of the most significant effects of natural lighting is realism. Artificial lighting can sometimes draw attention to itself through dramatic shadows, strong highlights, or highly controlled visual compositions. Natural lighting, on the other hand, often feels invisible. Because it resembles the light we encounter in everyday life, audiences tend to accept the cinematic world as believable. A strong example can be found in Taste of Cherry, directed by Abbas Kiarostami. Throughout the film, the cinematography relies heavily on daylight and the natural environment. The dusty hills, open landscapes, and changing sunlight create the impression that the camera is observing real events rather than staging them. The lighting does not attempt to dramatize the protagonist's emotions. Instead, it allows the audience to experience the environment as naturally as possible. Natural lighting also creates emotional authenticity. Because the light feels real, the emotions experienced by the characters often feel more genuine. Rather than directing viewers toward a specific emotional response, natural light encourages a more observational experience. This approach can be seen in Nomadland. Many scenes were filmed during the golden hour, the brief period after sunrise or before sunset when sunlight becomes soft and warm. These scenes possess a natural beauty that feels both intimate and unobtrusive. The lighting does not dominate the image. Instead, it quietly supports the emotional tone of the story. Another important aspect of natural lighting is its ability to connect characters with their environment. In many studio productions, lighting separates the subject from the background to ensure visual clarity. Natural light cinematography often does the opposite. It allows characters to exist within the same lighting conditions as their surroundings, creating a stronger sense of place. This relationship between character and environment can be observed in many contemporary realist films. Rather than appearing isolated within a carefully lit frame, characters become part of the world around them. As a result, audiences experience the setting as a living environment rather than a constructed backdrop. Despite its realistic appearance, natural lighting is not necessarily easier than traditional lighting. In fact, it often presents significant challenges. Cinematographers must constantly adapt to changing weather conditions, shifting sunlight, and limited shooting windows. A cloud passing overhead can dramatically alter the look of a scene. Similarly, the golden hour lasts only a short period each day. The Revenant provides an excellent example of these challenges. Much of the film was shot using natural light in remote outdoor locations. The filmmakers often worked within narrow timeframes to capture the desired lighting conditions. This required careful planning and patience, demonstrating that natural lighting is not simply the absence of technique, but a highly demanding cinematographic method.
Natural lighting also reveals an important truth about cinematography. Realism does not happen automatically. Images that appear natural are often the result of deliberate artistic choices. Cinematographers carefully select locations, shooting times, camera positions, and exposure settings to make natural light appear both realistic and visually compelling. Ultimately, natural lighting is more than a technical decision. It is a storytelling choice. By working with available light, cinematographers create images that feel authentic, immersive, and emotionally honest. Films such as Taste of Cherry, Nomadland, and The Revenant demonstrate how natural lighting can strengthen realism while maintaining visual beauty. Cinematographers use this technique to remind us that powerful images are not always the result of elaborate lighting arrangements. Sometimes the best light is the light that is already there.